Hello everyone, welcome to our latest video. Today we are going to talk Ascension. Ascension. Now, is Ascension a buzzword or is it an actual thing that you can experience? Well, I don't think it's a buzzword. Let me just start right there. I don't think it's a buzzword. I know it is something that you can experience because I'm a medium. And people on the other side show me their ascension all the time. In fact, what they show me is that the longer you are on the other side, the more you ascend. That being on the other side itself is a form of ascension, because when you are on the other side, yes, you still have your mind intact because you still have all the memories, and you, in all likelihood, still have people on the planet who are attached to you, who mourn you, think about you, and bring you into existence here. So you are still that person. How you become a better person is actually over time. It happens with your mourners and your survivors, not your mourners. It happens when your survivors actually put a little bit more into loving you on the other side and accepting that you are on the other side, and then moving with you some way on the other side, burning food for you, possibly burning clothing for you, possibly lighting a candle for you, possibly putting your picture up, possibly. If you are a person on the other side, all these things are going to lend to your ascension. But the other thing you must do if you are a dead person who would like to ascend is actually start moving towards your own ascension, self-discovery, doing things that will bring more knowledge, knowing, and love into your heart. So if that is what the dead need to do, maybe that's what the living need to do as well. So the first thing you're going to want to do is decide to ascend. I know that sounds weird, but your mind is the biggest thing in your way, and your mind is the decision maker within you. Your mind is the black and white. Your mind is the we need to do this part of you. It is the part of you that sees experiences that used to happen or have had happen, and it learns from those experiences, and then it actually drives you based on those experiences. So if you tell your mind that this is an experience you want to have, if you start to fool your mind into believing that it's its idea, then your ascension will begin, because you're getting your biggest obstacle out of the way. So how do you get your mind out of the way? What do? What is a way that you might be able to quiet your mind? Meditation. Could it possibly be meditation? Of course it's meditation. Meditation quiets the mind. It puts it in its place. It tells the mind, hey, shush it, because you only know things based on experience. Allow the soul that knows things based on knowing. Yeah, it's experience, I believe, a little bit. I actually believe that you bring every experience or the lessons that you learned in a prior life to this life. So to a certain extent, I do actually believe that your soul bases its decisions on experiences as well. But those experiences are inside of you. They become like the fabric of your being, whereas the experiences of your mind are in front of you. They are things you have seen. They are things you understand and that you know. The experiences of your soul, well, that's just you. So another thing you might want to do as you are going through your ascension is believe it. Actually believe you might be going through an ascension. Now, if that means you keep it to yourself, then you keep it to yourself. Because sometimes when we share our wild and crazy ideas or the things that are going on inside of us with other people, those other people will take poops upon those things. They will act out of fear. And they will say, oh, that doesn't exist. I've never seen that before. That's not a thing. You got to let that go. Doesn't that seem odd? How can someone who's never seen that before tell you that you should be letting it go? What if you kept it to yourself You allowed it to just continue and keep going on. And then you just observed. You just observed the differences that you noticed. Differences like how people treat you, like what you will tolerate for yourself, like what you keep seeing coming towards you. What if you start moving into your ascension and your life starts to get better? What if you start moving to your ascension and you figure out it's what you wanted all along? Spiritual ascension is about you. It's about your own journey. You came here by yourself, maybe, unless you're a twin. But then you still came out by yourself. You may have shared a place with them, but you came out before them, or you came out after them, you came out by yourself. So we all come by ourselves, and we all leave by ourselves. And in fact, the biggest love of our life is ourselves. So if you allow yourself to ascend, you just might figure out why you came here. You just might figure out this bloody place. And it is a bloody place. It's a very bloody place. It can be a super ugly place. But that is because we all believe it should be like that. That is because we aren't ascended. That is because we think, some of us actually think, this is the only place there is. Ugh. Golly sakes, can you imagine that? Okay, so if you're in ascension, because you probably are, if you are in an ascension, you were most likely attracted to this video. If you're not in an ascension, you might be on your way to one. So, take notes. Get yourself a pad and a pen, and actually get several. Get one for your car, get one for your bedside table, get one for your purse or your man satchel or whatever it is that you carry around, and write down the little impressions you get. I know it sounds silly, the little impressions you get. What the heck's a little impression? Well, today I noticed that I was in traffic and I saw 3 cars that were all white, and then I saw 3 more cars that were all white, and every car around me was white. That seems like a weird coincidence. It also might be completely benign, but I'm going to write it down. I'm going to write it down so that the next time it happens, I note it, and then I start to notice what I'm thinking when that happens, or what I'm feeling when that happens, or what day it is when that happens. What day it is? That's a silly thing to say, right? Your spirit guides, we only talk to her on a Monday. That's not the way it is. I'm not even sure if spirit guides understand what Monday is. It's a thing here. So write it all down. Take notes for yourself, because you're not the only one on this journey. You are not the only one on this journey. Your spirit guides are on this journey. Even your crossed over loved ones are on this journey in your ancestral realm and in your generations. They call it both things for me. Generations to me are actual people that you can look back on. You have photographs of, possibly. You have a title for that person. They're your great-great-grandmother. I find that on the other side, when they describe these folks to me, or they indicate these folks, they call them generations. When they go farther back, that's your ancestors. I 100% believe that we are connected to both, and we are connected to both throughout our lifetime, and what we do in our lifetime affects them greatly. I absolutely believe that. So if you begin to move into your own ascension, you will be taking them with you, and they will be helping you along the way. And when you do that, you will bring up your old family line. But what happens if you're not a fan of your family line? You don't want to take those people up. They pulled you down. Why would you take them up? Well, because they pulled you down. Because if you're in the middle of an ascension, the universe is telling you something. They're telling you you're a little bit more special, that you need to know this lifetime, that there's something you can do that can help the people around you, the people who love you and that you love. You actually do love. If you don't actually think you love the people in your family, you might be incorrect. You might not like them. And you don't have to like them, but you just might love them because you share DNA with them. And they're a part of you. And even if you don't share DNA with them, if you grew up with them, if they are part of the fabric of what made you you, quite possibly, if you help them, you help you. And if you help you, you help them. It's all about helping you. So, start meditating. Start meditating today. Start meditating tonight. Start meditating immediately. Maybe you might want to start meditating. Then you might want to go and get yourself a whole bunch of notebooks and some pens, some fancy ones, nice notebooks, things you want to write in. Make it fun. Don't make it a chore. Then you're going to write down the things that you're feeling, you're seeing, you're experiencing, what's going on inside of you. Who cares what it looks like? Write it down like nobody but you is ever going to read it. You may not ever read it, but write it down. Get it outside of you, because if you get it outside of you, you will see more. You will feel more. You will experience more. Then, believe yourself. Believe what you're seeing. Believe what you say. Believe that quite possibly things are changing for you. And when they do change, they might actually change for the better. Enjoy it. Move into it. It's for you. Happy Ascension.